We're here at the Bakersfield Speedway again.
Yep.
Low Budget TV bringing you some action here. March 29th, 2014, heat race action.
Oh, yes.
We got a good lineup of divisions here tonight.
Yeah, we do, and a good car count in several of these divisions. Cars we haven't seen so far this year, even though we're several weeks into the year. The mini stocks, they have 3 heat races tonight. Hobby stocks on track. We have the modifieds back, the IMCA modifieds, and then the California Lightning Sprints will be gracing our presence. So
Wing tonight, so they're going to be an all-wing show. It's going to be a good show. We've got a lot of Lightning Sprints in the pit, so it's going to be fun. Heat races are a great tease for the main event. So we'll see how it plays out in the heat race action.
Now, Tommy, let's talk a little bit about the track tonight. We've been on the track, which is called sloppy at times. You know, it's extra muddy, extra slick. What are you seeing so far tonight?
This track, when we walked across it, it's got a lot of moisture, but it's not sloppy one bit. It seems like it's glue out there. We're going to see some fast racing. The modifiers are going to be quick, but I imagine the Lightning Sprints are going to be the daredevils of this heat race.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out how it plays out. Heat race number 1 for the mini stocks. Bakersfield Speedway. They got the number 7. I believe you heard Mike. Did we hear Mike Mosier and Steve Hughes give the starting lineup?
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Low Budget TV, Bakersfield Speedway. We are excited to be bringing it to you another night here at the Bakersfield Speedway. 3rd mile dirt track racing, mini stocks, first of 3 heats on track right now, and Spiller leading them away.
How about I give the starting lineup? You ready for this one?
I would love that.
Out front, the number 7, the one, the only Skip, Gary Spiller Jr. 2nd spot, Scooter Black in the number 5. 3rd is the number 52, Mark Davies. Jolinda Nowke in the 49. The number 70, Roy Maynard Jr. And rounding out the field, first time in the number 53 of Sean Labby.
And there you go, folks. See?
There it is.
Even when we're right, we were right on the edge of out of control of getting here on time. We were here. We were just getting excited.
Gary Spiller out to a lead right here on lap number 4. Halfway through this race, first heat race for the mini stocks. I kind of don't see how, unless Gary makes a mistake, Scooter Black still a ways back. 3rd spot is about an equal distance between 1st and 2nd.
We had a lot of time in the pits today. Got to learn about several of the drivers out here, including the 53. First time racing out here at Bakersfield Speedway.
Yeah, Sean Labby. Good looking car, green and black, looks very shiny.
We also had quite a bit of time to talk to Maynard.
We did. Rookie out here as well, graduate from the Mini Dwarfs.
And a rear-wheel drive.
And driving a Ford Mustang, so getting used to the rear-wheel drive machines. So cool to see the rookies out here. Good job.
Making it exciting, that's what they do.
Gary Spiller through turns number 3 and 4. Gonna collect the first checkered flag of March 29th, 2014. Heat race action here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Black will finish 2nd, 3rd goes to the 52 of Davies.
In the number 70 car, brought up behind him, the 53 of Sean.
And we're racing. All right, green flag in the air for heat race number 2. And the number 25 machine jumping to an early lead, Zach Boydnott. The number 48 machine jumping to 2nd, Steven Settlemeyer.
Shannon Feide.
Now, we're going to have a little bit of fun here on Low Budget TV. First off, the 29 Tina Bell. Last time we were out here, we saw her get a victory, or I should say last time they were out here and we saw them.
Correct.
So Tina Bell looking to continue on. That car's been fast all season long. And Tina looking for another victory tonight. 1st place and 2nd place so far this season. Good start to her 2014. Now, here's the fun part. The number 0 is a Shannon. However,
I've heard 5 different pronunciations for the last name.
Well, you know what? We need to call her Shannon Threading the Needle.
I like that, because that's what she did on the back straightaway.
Yep.
And then who else is in this race?
That would be the number 13, driven by none other than Kira Holder, 15-year-old in her first year of competition in that number 13 machine.
She was warned not to hit anything white unless it's moving.
Yeah, we had a good discussion with their crew, and they were very certain to point that out. So, yeah, some storylines here in the mini stocks early on already. Boitnot's car, we were talking about how it looks like a fresh piece with all those clean body panels, Tommy.
And it pretty much is. They have raced this car a few times, but they're still working out the bugs. They decided to bring it out here tonight and try it on for size.
Well, here we go. Lap traffic. Kira Holder holding on to it. Boitnot to the inside, Saddlemeyer to the outside. Lap number 6, 2 laps to go. We're going to have a battle for the lead in the second heat race.
Wrenchhead Racing versus Boitnot. You got a wrench and a bolt. I don't know where I was going with that.
I'll take it. I'll take it. White flag is in the air for Boitnot. The number 48, Saddlemeyer, still trying to close in. This is a battle for the lead here early on in the night. March 29th. A nice, very nice weather here. It's
very
a warm
comfy.
March evening.
Oh, Boitnot slips up. That's not going to do anything.
Boitnot with the victory. Saddlemeyer second, and Tina Bell finishing third, and it's going to be Shannon threading the needle. Well, the reason that we brought that up as a joke, by the way, for anyone wondering, is there is an R in her last name. Now, the best part is we went over how not to say it so many times that I've actually managed to forget the right way to say it.
Shannon 30.
Thready, right, 30. I like Shannon threading the needle. That's what Shannon is tonight.
I like that one. Green flag is out for the third heat race for the mini stocks. And we are racing here. Got to welcome back to number 00, Kit Murphy. Back on track.
You're just copying Mike Mosier right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
Kit Murphy driving the only truck of the night. In front of Kit Murphy is the number 15 machine of Dan Shippey out of Tehachapi. Number 92 in the third spot. That is driven by Gene Glover from Visalia. The number 79 in the second spot. That'd be none other than Doug Shepard. And on point right now, the number 06 of Chris Brucaret. I'm going to pretend I said that right, but I have a feeling I did.
Pretending is half the battle.
That's true. You got to just think, you got to convince yourself you know what you're talking about. And everybody else will too.
Now, we want to point out one thing. We've been hearing several motorsports affiliates having issues with this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may notice. Oh no, my flagman went away. There he goes. The checkered flag is out, and the 06B wins the race.
On halfway of this heat race.
Well, the kid waved it.
There's 3 people down there waving flags.
Look at that. Here comes the checkered flag again. Who's going to win it this time, Tommy?
This out of turn number 4. It's the same winner. I feel like we've just watched that race. So the 06B, new to our eyes here on Low Budget TV, out of Paso Robles. He is getting some pressure, though, from Doug Shepard in the second spot.
Working that wheel.
Working that wheel. You can see him swatting flies in there. Kind of have to do with these mini stocks. Not the quickest steering ratio, so you got to really muscle these cars around. Can Doug Shepard get around? 2 laps remaining. The white flag will be out. This time by Doug throws it in there. Chris with the lead. What's going to happen in these last sets of corners? You can see rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive. The 79 pointing forward. The 06B throwing that rear end around. And out of turn number 4, the 06B, Chris Broucaret. How about that?
Okay, Mike Joy.
I'm going, yeah, I'm going to have to figure that one out.
The outlaw, Ricky Children. I'm going to go Ryan Frenny.
Green flag is in the air, and we are going for the first heat race.
Oh boy.
of the night.
For the hobby stocks.
For the hobby stocks, yes. I've been in the sun too long today, and we're not even in the summer. Folks, I hope you're all holding on to your hats for Low Budget TV for the rest of this year. Currently leading us away. Last time we were out here, we saw this car grab the victory. The number 2Z, Tommy, that's Kevin Irwin.
Lil Shoe.
Lil Shoe, and then the 16 machine, you see throwing it sideways. Big surprise for that driver. I'm sorry, I'm reading through, and I'm trying to figure out why Swearingen is already getting this excited.
Oh man, Robert Swearingen and Rick Childress Jr.
Ricky Childress is probably trying to figure this is why we're professional here. Trouble for the 73 machine early on. Eric McGoo.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Or McGo. Apologies for the pronunciation there. But yeah, Irwin leading, Swearingen, and then Childress with major issues there with the right front. And then you have Keaton in the 3K. There's now debris in turn 1. And managing out this field, Tina McGowan. I was baffled because I saw the damage on the 33 and I didn't notice where it came into play. But these cars, Tommy, they're all over the place right now.
These hobby stocks, they're driving it into the ground, literally.
I think Robert Swearingen is going so fast that he's blending into the paint.
Could be.
I mean, look when he goes down the back straightaway, I'm telling you. And you know what? Childress is going to go fast because Swearingen stole part of his right front.
Very true.
He's trying to get it back. White flag is in the air, and I think this is going to be an interesting finish to this heat race. Irwin has no pressure. We're going to stick it on this battle right here.
There's Irwin in the top left.
Here comes Childress.
It literally got stuck for.
It was a very strange looking incident. Irwin takes the win. Swearingen going to come home second. Then Childress, McGowan, and Keaton round out this heat race. I'm going to keep watching these two though because I'm still baffled at the incident, at what went down. I don't know if these drivers are as confused as I am, but the damage alone on the 33 car is weird. I mean, from a fan perspective, that's the best I can describe it. It looks weird.
Swearingen demolition.
I think Childress has a can opener, and he used it.
Or Swearingen. Heat race number 2 for the hobby stocks on track. Now we go green. Aaron Stewart, Lloyd Wren Jr. in the first race of his season out at Bakersfield Speedway. And the number 87, Michael Johnson in the 21K. Trying to go for the lead here on the first lap. Kevin Collier in the number 18. And a battle in the back has the number 7K, John Bedingfield, and Rick Childress Sr. in the 44. Great battle up front. We've got 3 cars, almost 4 cars under a blanket. Pretty much the whole field is under a blanket because they're all right there. The battle up front has Stewart leading, Rent Jr. in the second spot.
And then the 21K of Key in third.
Or Michael Johnson. I have Michael Johnson on my sheet.
Oh, well, I was just going off the door. 21K of Michael Johnson, you say?
I say.
I believe you.
I would guess that it is Michael Johnson purely for the fact that look at that seat. You can't get any more pink than that.
I'm going to guess just because of how exciting this race is.
Look at up front. We got 2 groups of cars battling it. Collier goes to the infield. I believe Stewart had the flat tire. Yes, flat right rear. And that'll take him out of the lead. For that number 37 machine, pulling it off the track. Unfortunate. Looking really good in that heat race to win it. Lloyd Wren Jr. inherits the lead. Michael Johnson in the second spot. And senior Rick Childress moving up to third.
Now, I just want to throw out a quick apology. If things seem a little bit sloppy with Low Budget TV, we pulled a double header here today. We were at Irwindale Speedway earlier in the day.
We're worn out.
What?
I said we're worn out.
We're low budget. But yeah, so Irwindale Speedway, then we turned around, came all the way out to Bakersfield Speedway, made it out here. And we pretty much finished everything in the pits, talked to everyone we needed to, and got up here right after the National Anthem. So National Anthem went, we got up here, and we went racing. So there's a lot we're still getting ready. Everything will be all set by main events. And I'm sure actually everything will be set. Well, you're laughing.
I'm laughing because I'm pretty sure they're convinced after our spiel. Lord Wren Jr.
I'm not.
a checkered flag in the second hobby stock heat race at Bakersfield Speedway. Michael Johnson in the 21K second, and rounding out your top three, Rick Childress Sr.
Getting ready for another heat race here with the hobby stocks. And this one has a familiar face who wasn't here on opening night, the 2X Jimmy the Shoe Irwin, starting us off rather quickly. Perry Alderman in the 52, I don't think was ready for it.
We followed him to the track.
Actually, you know what? Alderman looks like he might be having a mechanical issue, Tommy. That car's not really getting up to speed. Or he's just going to handle on it as Chambers spins it out and big contact with the, bigger contact. I think Alderman was just getting up to speed. And I think he also just busted a radiator.
So the shoe might have won this on default.
I think Boley might still be in this one. Big contact. Let's start off with Jimmy the Shoe Irwin.
Okay.
New look to his car. Yeah. I thought Rusty Walls was racing tonight.
Who said he's not?
I see what you're saying. H&S Body Works.
Okay, look at the damage on this 79 Fireball.
Yeah, Cody Fireball Chambers just got sideways, more sideways than usual for that car and spun it out. Alderman and Boley. Boley almost got by. He got clipped, however. I'm amazed. I'm actually incredibly impressed with Perry Alderman continuing on. We did see smoke coming from underneath that hood.
I gotta say, that Mike Boley got extremely lucky by getting hit right in front of the rear wheel. Like, that could have ended his night by destroying that rear end housing or an axle or anything.
Yeah, there is still smoke coming. Boley might, you know what, Tommy, you're talking about it. Paying close attention to the rear suspension of that 77. He's continuing on, though.
The 52, I saw what you saw. It might not have water in that radiator.
It is, yeah, and that would be a worst case scenario.
Yep.
You wouldn't want to run on that. And then, of course, Tim Delsa Jr. sitting in the infield right now. Lots of fluid underneath that car as well. So the 41 machine having issues here. Nowhere for him to go. 2 hard hits for Chambers. And lap number 1, that's going to draw a quick caution for this heat race.
Here we are for the restart. We go green. The shoe leading him away. Bully making a challenge, though.
Well, yeah, now that we've eliminated half the field, now we can race. And Boley, I mean, for what I've seen so far, that car looks like it's handling just right. As I say that.
Alderman having
I think he was just out to prove me wrong. That's what was going on here. Now, Mike Boley, I was going to say, if anything, that car should flow right through the wind with no issue. We saw them waxing the heck out of that car, Tommy. Yes. That car is pristine.
It is. Look how shiny that thing is.
Didn't you make a comment to him about how long it'll stay looking straight?
Oh, he was the one that said it to us. I said, nice looking car. He goes, yeah, for now.
Well, he said it, not us.
He did.
Well, Jimmy the Shoe Irwin
out front
in a borrowed motor from a car that we used to see racing out here. Roger Lee running that car, or that engine for now, as Perry Alderman spins out in turns 3 and 4. And that's also what kept Jimmy the Shoe from racing here on opening night. So glad to have him out here. It looks like that borrowed motor is doing him just fine.
Flinging that 2X machine around.
Now, we mentioned Perry Alderman a couple times through this heat race, obviously with his early trouble getting up to speed and whatnot. Alderman came out of the American stocks, and I mean, I think it's safe to say he was starting to light that track on fire in his car.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, let's go hobby stock racing. So props to that team for making the move, working their way up the ranks. Here in the hobby stocks, Alderman is going for it right now out of turn 4. White flag in the air for Irwin right behind him. And the question is, can Alderman stay on the lead lap, Tommy?
I think he's going to throw the block.
He's got to. He's got
to. He blocked the wrong side of the track.
He's going for the shortcut. He's in the infield.
Oh, yeah.
He'll cross the line first. Jimmy the Shoe Irwin taking the win. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Mike Boley, after all that, finishing second. And Alderman, who jumped into turn number 4.
2 cars finished the heat race.
Did not finish. Heat race, number 4 for the Hobby Stocks, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Kyle Wood out front, taking the green flag. Mark Torres in the 46, Steven Johnson in the 26. Nicole Cox in the 88, and rounding out the field, the number 78, Ralph Cook. Cook makes move for the 3rd spot. To the inside of Torres. Torres washes high, might lose another spot from Cox. Nope, all's well. Kyle Wood going to the lead. Torres will slide over in turn 2, jumps into turn and spins.
Whoa! Battle for the lead. Now this is going to look a bit different than last year.
It definitely is. Usually when you see these cars race side by side, it'd be brothers dueling it out.
Apologies for earlier, I swallowed a bug. So lap number 2 in this heat race, we talked a bit to your leader, or with your leader.
Kyle Wood signed up right behind us when we were getting our pit passes today. He pulled to the side and goes, guys, I didn't steal Chad Johnson's car.
That's exactly what the person who stole his car would say, though.
Wouldn't it? And we are still battling for the lead. Steven Johnson makes the pass down the front straightaway. And we tried the crossover. Kyle Wood gonna loop it over in turns 1 and 2, right in the center. Ralph Cook pulling off with a flat right rear. And this field dwindled. Here comes Nicole Cox for the 2nd spot.
Nicole with a new look this year.
Yeah, used to seeing the all red, now it's all black with fluorescent highlights. Good looking car, and you can't miss it on track with a camera. Nicole Cox usually running out at Chowchilla, is what she said. So good to see her pop back here at Bakersfield Speedway every now and then.
What I like about Nicole is last year we saw her at a ton of the Nationals events,
yeah.
So they like to do some touring at the end of the year.
Torres washes high, nearly catching the right rear into the wall. White flag out for Steven Johnson in his number 26 machine. Down the back straight he goes. Now can Torres stay out in front of your lead?
I don't know, Tommy. Johnson to the inside. Torres holding the outside. It's going to be a race to the line, and it's going to be. Johnson wins the heat race.
With a little love tap at the end.
Torres finishes on the lead lap.
Wood will finish in the 2nd spot, and well, the race isn't done for one of the competitors.
How sad would it be if something bad happened right now?
And it's going to be Torres again beating.
I don't know. That was we have to go to the photo finish on that one.
We're gonna have to show a replay.
We'll print it out on Wednesday.
Nicole Cox finishing 3rd.
There are a lot of cars in this heat race, and welcome California Lightning Sprints on track with the wings. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing.
And it's already exciting at the start.
I imagine it's going to stay exciting in this one. Jumping to the early lead, the number 10 machine. Jeez, things are still shuffling out. The 10X. Ooh, dog is 66 up the wall. That was a 10X of Brian Corso taking the early lead. The 4X, Steve Lemon, or Limon.
I think it's Lehman.
Or Lehman. Sitting in the 2nd spot, the number 10, Dan Hilberg. In 3rd, then we have the number 4 machine, Jeff Dyer. The 92, driven by Jeremy Queener. The number 3, B of Steve Brown. Ending out this field, the number 27 machine, who started on the pole, Robert Wilhelm.
These things are flying just like we expected.
One car pulled it off already. That's the 66 of Chance Sheffield. That was the car I mentioned might have gone into the wall out of turn number 4. A nice tight group, tight but safe group up front. Corso trying to extend his lead. Hilbert trying to close in on 2nd place in the 4X of Lehman.
Yes, I believe so.
You want to fight about it?
If I remember correctly.
All right.
Jeffrey, we talked about it in the little opening we did, that these cars would be flying, and they're flying.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you give them wings. Already the white flag is out in this one, just to give you an idea of how fast. Tommy, I'm looking at the track. It is definitely getting to that dry stage. I'm sure it's still tacky the way these guys are running it, but we're going to see the checker flag come out right here. Corso will take the win. Lehman and Hilberg, your top 3. Ooh, the 9, he's gonna make it.
Second heat for the California Lightning Sprints. We go green. Gamer in the 17 machine on point. Steve Rosa and the number 14 in the lead. The number 24 machine that is driven by Damon Arnett. To his outside, bouncing around the 12M machine of Bobby Miknovic. And the 35 machine in fourth spot, Dakota Albright, 35 JR to be exact. 29 machine that is driven by Zach Zaus, the 21K machine. Let's see if it's on the sheet.
Look at this battle.
Kevin Miknovic. Yes, side by side. Bobby trying to make his way up to the lead and does kind of now makes it official through turns number 1 and 2 over Rosa. I'm going to finish off the rest of the starting lineup. The 22 machine driven by Corey Andrews, I believe. And then rounding out the field is the number 2B machine. I had to read that little tiny B of Justin Brown. So Bobby Miknovic, he is definitely one we've seen get the win out here in the number 12M machine. Now the 21K is a relative and his son, Kevin, in the 21K machine. Battle for third brewing up. White flag in the air. Actually, we got, Rosa off the pace. I think he had to back up.
Yeah, he had to do that earlier too out of turn 2.
So that allowed Albright to move into third. Checkered flag, Bobby Miknovic. Taking the checkered. Second goes to Arnett, and third is Rosa. That was close.
Yeah, there was almost contact. But there was.
Bobby Miknovic looking pretty strong here again in the Lightning Sprints.
And the first heat race for the Finn and Fabrication IMCA Modifieds. Already with a lot of contact into turn number 1 to the early lead, the 2J, Justin Schweitzer. And he's going to drift off. That's going to allow the 101 Randall Davis to the inside. And his yellow and blue machine, a little bit of almost contact. Don't know if they actually touched.
It was a close one, that's for sure.
The 5B Brett Bennett in the third position. Then you have the side-by-side duel between the 78S of Matt Schweitzer and the 77 of Kenny Kirkpatrick. He gets sideways and spins it out in turns 3 and 4. Rounding out this field, the 51B. Things got a little bit tight there. Brian Clark and the 39 driven by Kyle Wilson. Side-by-side. Ooh, there goes Schweitzer around. As this battle continues on, Schweitzer is going to stay sitting on the apron, and the yellow is going to come out. Lap number 3. What a wild start to the IMCA Modifieds tonight.
Yeah, that is.
Green flag back in the air. Lap number 3, Schweitzer, Davis, and Bennett. 6 cars remain in this race. Kirkpatrick and Wilson battling it out in the back. Kirkpatrick, after his early spin, trying to work his way back through the field. Wilson arrived, both Wilsons, I should say, there's 2 of them in this field tonight. They arrived, what was it, 10 minutes before racing started?
Yep.
I mean, we were walking up with our equipment, and they were just pulling in, so. Hey, you know what?
That shows how late we were.
Yeah.
Battle for the lead.
And it's spinning it out, and hopefully, looks like everyone's going to get by. Will Bennett bring out the caution? He's trying to refire it. Nope, it's not going to happen. And getting ready for the 3rd time we'll see the green flag in this heat race.
Kirkpatrick was ready for that one.
Schweitzer, Davis, and now Clark in the 3rd position. Kirkpatrick in the 4th, and Wilson 5th. The survivors of this heat race so far. And we still have, there we come, white flag is out for Schweitzer. He made the early move on the the inside. He's going to hold on to it, actually powering away from the field at this point. That 2J is looking good tonight as he hits a rut, but holds on to it. He's going to take the checkered flag. What an exciting start to modifieds.
He raised number 18.
I think you're just making that up.
I am. Freddie Davis will start on the pole, the number 90 machine, to his outside, the 07 of Troy Morris. Inside row number 2, the 222, Larry Hood, to his outside, Brad Pounds, the number 15B. Inside row number 3, the 00 Kyle Heckman, to his outside, Josh Vogt, and the 25V. And rounding out the field, the number 36, Alex Wilson, IMCA Mid-Cal Fabrication Modifieds, green flag. And we're storming into turn number 1. Davis to the inside, trying to get around Morris, but look at that run down the back straightaway. Brad Pounds looked high, going low, looking to make it a battle for second, but we've got a pack from second on the back that are all racing hard in the modifieds. Vogt gonna lose some of his quarter panel side skirt and climb Heckman's right front. So Pounds in the second spot. Hood in third, battle for fourth. Freddie Davis slipping back. Heckman and Vogt get around the number 90 machine. And now we're settled. Morris up in front. Nearly spun it out in turn 4.
Well, modifieds have been fairly exciting today.
They have been. They're kind of looking for grip on this track, it seems. The driver's kind of all over the track, trying to find it. Battle for the lead into turn number 1. Brad Pounds to the inside of Morris. Pounds won it the last time we were out here, 2 weeks ago, March 15th. Josh Vogt will try to at least make the pass for 4th. But a great battle for the lead up front. Battles all around. Second. Trying to go for 1st. 4th. Trying to go for, or 5th, trying to go for 4th. Battle for the lead, battle for 3rd. 2 laps remaining. White flag when they cross the line. We've been side by side for at least 4 laps now. Pounds running that inside line. Morris looking to get that outside hooked up for that 07 machine. White flag in the air. Battle for the lead into turn number 3. Pounds goes low, makes some contact, and Morris will take the checkered flag. Well deserved. He had to work for that one.
Oh, that was some great racing by both those drivers. Troy Morris perfectly kept, I'm going to call it precisely pinched down the 15B of Brad Pounds.
Got to do what you got to do. 3rd spot.
Very great racing between 2 good drivers.
That was very clean and very good action racing. Hood finishing 3rd, Vogt, Heckman, Wilson, and Davis.
Or maybe it was good racing between 2 great drivers.
I like that one. Here we go, green flag for the 3rd IMCA modified. Heat race. That didn't work out. Scott Gadsden, Steve Bowles on the front row, Robbie Sawyer, Jay Marks, Ryan Daves, and Jeff Streeter. Steve Streeter. I lied. I thought it was a J there for a second.
Steve Bowles and Scott Gadsden holding off some front, or I should say, some heavy hitters. Jay Marks, a bit of a bumper tag, and here comes Sawyer to the inside. Streeter holding on to the background. And Bowles working on pulling away, just looking for some good luck for that 14B machine after a couple weeks of strange luck. Uh-oh, Gadsden has an issue.
Kind of looks like it just quit running there for a second.
And now Sawyer chases down Bowles, lap number 3. My goodness. Streeter came out of turn 2. I thought he was going to take down the wall, and he just barely missed it. So I talked about precision something last time. That was precision.
Battle up front here. Bowles trying to hold up Robbie Sawyer. Sawyer goes low. J Mark's kind of lurking there in the shadow.
We saw it in the last heat race. The car on the outside was able to hold off the car on the inside, but Sawyer with a much better turn there. He's going to get past Bowles. Now Bowles going to try to hold off Marks, but Bowles way wide. And he's going to slip back to the 3rd position. Put J Mark 2nd. Now can he chase down Robbie Sawyer for the lead? White flag is out. As far as my understanding goes, no B mains tonight, so no one at risk of missing the A main through this heat race. But obviously, how you finish is a big determiner on how you start.